after the event overview presentation. So, are you ready for a game?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you? Pag-games yung events management, laging may games yan and raffle games. So, please prepare your bags.
Okay.
Prepare your bags, okay? I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Manila Bulletin, and Manila Standard and Daily Tribune who are here tonight, and of course our regular online media partners. Palakpakan natin ang ating mga sarili for being here despite and in spite of your busy schedule. So, the game, Bring Me. Who knows Bring Me? No brainer, I don't have to explain this. This little girl is my daughter pala. So, okay. Number 1, we have prizes from Hausal. Number 1, what's the most prominent color right now?
Orange.
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 Okay, please check your bags. I'm giving you the chance.
Teka.
Please bring me an orange wallet. May nanalo niyan last October 11. Orange talaga. The color of the bag.
Is it orange?
No, black.
Orange.
It's brown.
None?
No.
Are you sure? You don't love, you will love orange because from now on we'll invite you over and over again. So
Close.
how about close to orange? We have red wallet. Red.
Alright.
Wala na.
Wala din. That's it. Oh, that's orange.
Almost orange.
Kaya, pero it's a lalagyan na ng credit card. So this is okay. So congratulations, Miss Marie. You get something from Hausal. Yes.
Yeah.
A Hausal bag. Meron ka ng pang shopping. Shopping bag. A business card. You met earlier the sales director of Hausal, Mr. Martin Pennings. Did you get business card?
Hindi pa ako bibigyan.
Meron sa...
Miss Marie, give chance to others. From Manila Standard, sir. Thank you, congratulations. This is for you. Okay. Number 3, a credit card.
Credit card, oh.
Credit card.
Orange?
No, hindi naman.
Physical or virtual?
Parang energy na yun.
I'm using debit. I'm using
Credit card.
debit
So
card.
this is...
Physical or
Okay,
virtual?
tingnan natin kung... Hindi pa. 2020 pa ang expiration. Later on, ma'am, Union Bank, meron din silang credit card, okay? You can approach the ambassadors over there. So, if you have something, this is from house. Okay. How about a driver's license?
Ayun lang.
Come on, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go. Right. Congratulations, that's for you, right? Okay. How about a photo? Because since we're talking about real estate, diba? Properties. How about a photo of your dream house?
Oh, delete
Hindi lang.
Wala.
It can be from your phone.
Dream house.
Come on!
Kailangan ko ng
Nag-open talaga ng laptop, di ba? Oh. A dream house photo. Wala.
Tripod ka pa.
Wait, okay.
Naghanap sa Google. Naghanap sa Google.
4. Can I see?
Naghanap sa Google
Oh,
Images, oh.
I see this. This is, okay, a lovely 4-bedroom, 2-story house. Ang ganda. Okay, congratulations. You won a
Nakalive ako.
Parker pen. Parker pen. Okay. Any cabinet, key, house key, car key. Iba naman. Anong key to? Key ba na iyong both? Okay. Thanks from boyrocket.com, Reyes Celeste. Please bring me a blue handkerchief. What? Walang blue? There's no blue? Walang blue? A blue shawl. Okay, nearest to the blue. Sige na na.
Walang nagsusot na lalaki.
Congratulations, you get a notebook from Hausal Incorporated. Again, meron pa, dalawa pa. 2 more. How about sunglasses?
Dalawa ka din.
Moira ka
Sige naman. Kayo naman.
Okay. From Katuga.ph, my congratulations. Last but not the least, from Union Bank, please bring me in front, Sir Ron of Union Bank. Yun, huwag kang alis yung Sir Ron, ha?
Di ako yun.
Buhatin nyo.
Di ako yun.
Please, you have to bring me, Sir Ron, here in front, or else...
Buhatin nyo, buhatin nyo.
Buhati mo.
Buhatin mo.
Wala, di binubuhat eh. Di kaya.
Okay, we have a very special. Sir Ron, please award the prize. What is that, Sir Ron? Notebook and pen from Union Bank. Congratulations. Okay, Sir Ron, please stay with me. Sir Ron has a very special announcement for today. You are the first batch to hear the newest promo of Union Bank. So aren't you lucky? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so to discuss with us the newest promo of Union Bank, let's all welcome. He is the AVP Customer Experience of Union Bank, Mr. Ron Fatison. So a warm round of applause, please.
Hi everyone and welcome to the ARC, the first fully digital bank branch in the Philippines. Okay, so the reason why I'm here is I just need to share with you, fresh pa kasi kaka-approve pa lang nito yesterday. So we're turning one this month or next month actually. So as a gift to our customers, as we want everyone to become digital, diba? So we want you to enjoy our zero balance account. But the condition is that you have to be in pairs when you open the account. And then your annual fee for 350 pesos will be waived kung dalawa kayo. And then you don't need to deposit anything. So it's zero balance. It's free for the first year. And if you download our Union Bank online mobile app, you can get 100 pesos e-gift certificate. So dalawa din. Yun yung condition namin. Bakit dalawa? Kasi the Ark, Noah's Ark. Ano yung story ni Noah's Ark? By pairs. So that's the logic behind it. So, okay. So, you can approach any of our ambassadors in pairs later. And then, I think you just need to give your valid IDs. That's it. We're paperless here, so you won't fill out forms. You fill out your information via an iPad. Okay? And then, your card will be given to you right away.
Yun.
Okay? So,
Right away.
it's no brainer. Okay? So, you just have to be in pairs. Kasi yun yung team natin. So, welcome to the ARC again, and we hope you enjoy our branch, our facility. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sir Ron. And later on, the ambassadors can also tour you around what are their services later after the program. But for the meantime, of course, someone has to welcome all of you from Household Incorporated, who's producing the event on July 19 to 20 at SMX MOA. When is it again? July 19 to 20. Where?
SMS.
SMS Convention Center, MOA in Pasay City, hindi po sa Aura. Okay? So bring your guests and your family over at SMX MOA on July 19 to 20. And again, our official hashtag is #ENVISION 2019. And to welcome everyone, please welcome the very dashing Vice President of Housel, Mr. Serene Samuel.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always a difficult thing to do a session that's after lunch because half of the people are already just asleep. Well, I think the PMCM event started the event with the Bring Me game. I think it excites everyone. So I think we have a bit of live audience here. I represent Housel. My name is Serene Samuel, and I look after the strategy in the organization. So Housel is a PropTech company, and what we have brought is the entire real estate market into through a technology platform. We are connecting all the dots that are related. ENVISION is doing a ground where you can live. We will bring together the developers, the brokers, to all anything and everything that is related to real estate will be there on this platform. I would not be taking much of your time. I have Martin Pennings, who is our sales director, who will guide you through the event, tell you what exactly the event is, how it's going to benefit you. So I'll pass it over to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're talking about ENVISION 2019, and meanwhile, I'm going to call the sales director of Housel to tell us what is ENVISION 2019. Why is it the premier real estate expo in the Philippines? And why is Housel Incorporated decided to come up with this kind of event? So let me give you the director of sales, Mr. Martin Pennings.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate your attendance. Very nice audience. I'm always a little bit scared when I see so many cameras pointed at me. First of all, I want to really say my thanks to Union Bank for hosting us for the second day. I really appreciate your help, and you have an amazing venue here. So I was actually told that this kind of venue will also be open in Cebu as well as in Davao. So we are planning on doing a roadshow, and hopefully we can do that together with Union Bank. So thank you. Make an applause one more time for Union Bank. Of course, I also like to acknowledge Healthy Meals PH, one of our food sponsors today. So even if you had a wonderful lunch already, I can tell you I've seen the food already, you're gonna enjoy it. So please stick around for that as well. And I also, last but not least, would like to thank Ms. Mice for being here again with us, PMCM Events, for helping us create this amazing event of Vision 2019. All right, so my name is Martin Pennings. I know I don't look too Filipino to you, but I can assure you we are part of a Filipino company, and my children, you can call those Filipinos. Actually, Jalapenos, because officially I'm from Holland, the Netherlands, so my wife and I, we call our children Jalapenos. But we're very thankful. I've been here since 2014. I enjoy my time here in the Philippines a lot. They told me it's more fun in the Philippines. I took it a little bit too literally, so I'm here to stay now. So I joined Housel, and why Housel? I mean, our Vice President already mentioned to you Housel, but then also reaching out not only digitally to all of you, but also in a real life event, and that's ENVISION 2019. Now for ENVISION 2019, we first need to look at a little bit of data. And if you look at the data for 2019 and 2020, even though we hear these scary thoughts about what's going on with the peso, what's going on with the growth of the Philippines, is it a bubble, yes or no? Well, I can assure you for the past 20 years, the Philippines has been growing tremendously. Even for 2019 and 2020, there's still a 6.5% GDP growth. This year, the Philippines was also recognized the best country to invest in, and I think that's an applause, of course, for ourselves. So an applause also for the Philippines. Real estate, we also see that at this point there are still 12.3 million houses needed by 2030. So there's a lot of development still going on. We see that for the coming decade there's still a lot of progress going on here in the Philippines as well. So real estate is still booming here, besides any kind of messages that you might have heard. So I would like to introduce to you our blockbuster intro. That's exciting, right? It almost sounds like a real cool movie that's going to start, right? So, ENVISION 2019, for who is it? Well, first of all, connecting all real estate stakeholders in the industry. What does it mean? This is a real estate event for home seekers. Anyone of you looking for a house? Anyone still looking for your next best house? I already heard about dream houses here, so home seekers, they're more than welcome. Also home sellers, if you want to get rid of your house. I mean, there's also a way to do that via our event. We also invite brokers, developers, real estate related companies, financial service providers. Shout out to Union Bank, of course, government offices to also be part of this event. So anyone that has something to do with here. And how are we going to do it differently? Well, the expo in itself, that's not something new. We basically have a normal expo round in Mall of Asia with several different kind of booths, and we invite exhibitors and sponsors to be part of this. It's a two-day event, so we start on July 19. We have, of course, an official launch, and then it's basically a normal expo where we showcase the developments that are going on in the real estate. All right? Actually, have you seen this?
Free entry.
Free entry. So we invite anyone to come kind of house who come to NOAA, and we welcome them. But where are we a little bit different? We have a second area. And the second area, we call it the B2B conference and business matching area. It's a VIP area where we are creating curated meeting sessions. Any one of you ever did speed dating? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So this is basically speed dating for companies. So we create these curated meetings in which we link up companies with one another to actually create more business. You all know how much traffic Metro Manila has, and especially for business owners, it's very difficult to have a lot of meetings in one day. So this is the chance for business owners to do a lot of meetings in just a small amount of time. And at the same time, we help you that you sit down with companies that can actually bring you further. So this is really to generate more business for the Philippines. You also see two other words, dinner and concert. So on day one, we have an official dinner that will end the VIP area, and then on day two, we actually end the day and the whole event with a concert. So very excited for that. So this is just a small overview. Of course, I will share this with you as well if you want to get more information. This is at this point, since we're still 8 months before the event, so sometimes the times might change later on. But as you can see, we have several business matching sessions. So it doesn't mean that it's the whole day of business matching. No, we're also inviting speakers of the industry, from the government, from the private sector, to also shine their light on the developments that are going on here in the Philippines. And then, of course, also day two. So 9 business matching sessions are at this point planned. So you can just imagine the amount of business that you can actually do. I just want to show you this trailer just one more time because I just really love it. I really want to appreciate my design team. So that brings me to the question and answers, because that's always more interesting. Why do we have a press event? To actually answer the questions that you might have.
Okay. Thank you. Let's give a warm round of applause to Mr. Martin Kennings for enlightening us about ENVISION 2019. So once again, this is for home seekers, home buyers, developers, real estate related companies, and also institutions like Union Bank and a lot more. And also we're welcoming the government offices.
Correct.
So if you guys have any questions, Ryan has a mic there, but I want to start the ball rolling. So what do you think, Martin, is the future of real estate here in the Philippines?
The future of real estate, as I've mentioned, is very bright, because as you can see, there's still a big housing need. And I think one of the important things that we need to think about is that real estate development is not just focused on the beautiful houses and the beautiful things in BGC or in Makati or in Alabang. We're also talking about socialized housing. We're also talking about housing for the masses. And as you can see here in the Philippines, because of this big housing need, you see that outside of Metro Manila, close to it, there's a lot of social housing projects going on. Now, Household, the organizer of ENVISION 2019, is not just focusing on the houses for expats or the houses for the rich and famous. We're also there to really showcase any kind of Filipino that wants to own a house can actually do that and find that via Household or find that via ENVISION 2019. So to answer your question, what are we expecting? Well, there's a bigger housing need. You see real estate developments anywhere throughout the country. And, you know, we are a platform that helps together in connecting these dots. So to assist in this need here in the Philippines to make sure that everyone can find a house.
Hi, I'm MJC Salud from Brand XPH. My question is it gonna make the prices of the houses more competitive? That because it's getting to be more compressed, and we're actually introducing, or are you introducing more developers or future developers?
Well, of course, I mean, if you talk about price and demand, it always has to do, of course, with how much is available. The more there is available, automatically housing prices will automatically go down. If you have more demand, actually housing prices go up. If you have more supply, housing prices actually go down. Now, of course, we trigger any kind of developer to be as competitive as possible. That's why we also invite financial service providers that provide the home loans, because quite often you need a partner. You need a partner in order to buy your house also here in the Philippines. And quite often that's a bank or any kind of other home loan provider. Now, by bringing people together, you become more competitive and you can come up with better pricing. And you know, one of the biggest trends in real estate at this point is digitalization. It's not just for the Philippines, this is worldwide,
Yes.
right?
Right.
We call ourselves a prop tech tool. FinTech, you might have heard of that.
Of course.
We are prop tech. It's all about having access to data. The more access we have to data, you already see it with social media nowadays, the more demand and the more power the consumer actually has. So with Household and with ENVISION, we are encouraging that digitally as well as live to make sure that people are as competitive as possible and also hopefully bring some of the pricing down or maybe up, depends.
Great, thank you so much. Just a follow-up question. Does it focus more on the residential, or will it also tackle or cover the commercial, like the hospitality industry?
It's a fantastic question. Yes, of course, residential is one of the main features. However, the Household platform, as well as ENVISION, is focusing itself on commercial properties, focusing itself on rental, focusing itself on even foreclosed properties. So any kind of real estate that is available that is being catered towards a platform. That's why we also say Household connecting dots in real estate. We don't say connecting dots in residential. It's really about real estate, anything that you can think of.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Martin. I'm from Techie Pinas, a tech and lifestyle blogger, and also from LexCoin, as we are actually talking about a while ago. I do have a question for you, since I don't know if I can be able to mention it right here. We are actually talking about it a while ago. So really is for people right here, especially those tech guys, you really cannot stop comparing your platform, especially if you are prop tech, to one of the famous right here in the Philippines right now, which is Lamudi, right? So comparing it to Lamudi, because Lamudi has like housing fairs as well and everything, is there a probability that since you guys are just gonna be launching it by next year, is this gonna be like continuously gonna be done every year? And are we envisioning it that we're gonna be doing it as well as into nearby provinces most probably in the future?
I think you almost gave the answer to your question right there. And envisioning, I love. Let's make sure that everyone is using the word envisioning from now on. We are envisioning. There's a reason why we call it the premier real estate events. It's a premiere. And a premiere also means we're going to have several follow-up events. And yes, if no, this is going to be a success. So based on this success, of course, we're also looking at more localized events as well. In the Visayas, in Mindanao, but also in Luzon areas. Because we also understand that it's easier for companies located in Metro Manila to showcase their services here in the Philippines, or at least here in Metro Manila. So we also want to give that option to the brokers that are out there in the province, or the local banks, the local home loan providers to also showcase themselves there. To answer the first part of what you've mentioned, a shout out to our friends of Lamudi,
Yes.
Fantastic platform. The first thing that I can tell you about Household is that we are a Filipino startup. So I would always say proudly Philippines. It's one of those brands that's been used by the Department of Trade and Industry. It's also more fun in the Philippines is for tourism, but when it comes to the trade and industry with the DTI, it's all about proudly Filipino.
Right.
We have a design team of dedicated Filipinos who are working day and night on updating our platform to the newest standards. You have listings platforms, and definitely I recognize the fact that we are not the only listing platform in the world. We are, though, the only platform in the world that does not only do the marketing side of real estate, but we also provide a sales management solution. Meaning to say that the moment that someone is interested in a property, automatically that lead, as it is called, and I'm not going to go too technical, if you want to have some questions, we can do that afterwards.
Right.
That lead is being processed into a sales management system that will track each and every step of the sales process. It will follow you from the viewing stage to the closing stage to the documentation, everything that's necessary. I mean, has any one of you ever bought a house in the Philippines?
Yes.
Or ever been involved in the process of that? You understand the bureaucracy and the difficulty of coming up with all the documents that are necessary, right? It's a pretty complicated process.
Yes, of course.
So Household is there to make life, and that's why we dedicated specifically for the Philippines each and every step that is required in this process. So shout out to other portals. It's always important to showcase what is available, but within our platform, you're also able to track each and every step to make sure that you do not miss anything and cause delays. And lastly, I also want to point out that our platform allows unlimited listings. So we are the first platform that is not focusing on the costing of the amount of properties that you list in the platform. We basically help everyone to showcase everything. Because as I started this presentation, I said there are 12.3 million homes needed. Can we picture 12.3 million? It's a lot of houses, right?
Right.
So if there are property portals that do not allow or actually charge to post these listings, we will never be able to connect dots. So Housel decided to do things differently. We created a platform where every kind of supply can be shown. So to make life more easier and to also help the Philippines progress in terms of what is available. You're welcome.
We have a question over there. Miss, can you introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, I'm Shirley Umali from the Daily Tribune. Yes, congratulations to your team, and I think this will be a great event.
Thank you.
And we would like to be a major partner.
Everyone is a major partner. Sorry.
My question is, if you were able to partner with the government agencies like SSS and Pag-ibig, so that it's gonna be a one-stop shop for the event.
Correct. So there was a question, or if we are currently in the process. I mean, there's so many government associations and government institutions involved in real estate. It's uncovering the Philippines, especially from my point of view, and understanding our country even better. So we are very open, and this is also a shout out to the government to think of public-private partnerships. We are a private institution, but we also invite the public sector to work with us. And that's not always going to cost the Filipino people. It's not tax money that's involved. We are actually a solution in which we can actually co-brand together, bring government as well as the private sector together to bring the country actually forward. And we share the same vision, the same mission, and also a lot of the same values with many of these institutions. So therefore, it's also a shout out to many of these organizations who we've already met and we're also in the process. At the moment we have any updates on new partners, of course you will also be involved in